Gentlemen, behold the Rabot! Welcome to 5 Points of Articulation. Today, I'm taking a look at the DC Multiverse Target exclusive Rookie and making his action figure debut, Mr. Bloom. Starting with the packaging, we've got our double wide DC Multiverse 2-pack window box. It's also got a gold label to let us know it's a store exclusive. Rookie and Mr. Bloom on the side, pictures of them on the back, and for those waiting to find them in Target, here's the UPC. Notice though that they list this as being part of San Diego Comic-Con. The good news is that just like Joker and Punchline, the trading cards and figure stands are on a separate tray, meaning that if you wanted to, you could keep the insert tray for dioramas or figure photography. For packaging, Rookie and Bloom get 5 points. Moving on to presentation, and at the top of his scalp, Rookie stands at 10 inches or 25 centimeters, with Mr. Bloom standing at about 7 1/4 inches or 18 1/2 centimeters. Following the events of Batman Endgame, Batman was presumed dead. With Gotham still needing a defender, this high-tech armor was created to make Batman an official part of the police force, and it was piloted by none other than former Commissioner Jim Gordon. Personally, I like Gordon as Batman, but what did you think of it? Sound off in the comments. Rookie's been cast in a marbleized blue plastic, which I think works really well here. Some sections are going to stand out more than others in terms of all the swirliness, but that just makes it look kind of lived in. Details like the police lights or logo have been painted very nicely, and all the necessary grooves and panels are present and accounted for. I know I'm not the first to suggest that these antennae look less like a bat and more like a rabbit, but that's just the character's design. In terms of bringing it to life, McFarlane has done a very good job. All that being said, I'm not as sold on their interpretation of Mr. Bloom here. Don't get me wrong, all the broad strokes of his design are present and accounted for, by which I mean he looks like a combination of Slender Man and Steve Jobs. McFarlane's done a great job on his flower mask. I'm particularly impressed by all the painted detail. That said, it's very obvious from the artwork on the box and the comic he's supposed to be wearing a fishnet shirt underneath that sweater. We see that netting on his stomach, and most importantly on his hands. Here, the hands are creepy and kind of remind me of a Dementor, but they certainly don't look like this. And then there are the proportions. This figure is a great general lanky body. In fact, it would have been perfect for Flashpoint Superman, but I'd have been much happier had McFarlane been able to capture his unnaturally gangly appearance. I'm assuming it was handled this way in service to future reuse, and I would like to see what they can do with this body, but as an action figure, I would have really liked to have been able to see this in 3 dimensions. For presentation, I'm giving Mr. Bloom 4 points. Rookie, however, gets 5 points. If you're enjoying this video so far, do me a favor and give it a like. Moving on to Poseability, and my feelings are pretty mixed, most especially as it pertains to Mr. Bloom here. From the top, and both figures' heads are on dumbbell joints, popping Rookie's head off to make life easy, and he can look up this high and this far down, and of course he also gets tilt. Bloom is also on a dumbbell joint. He can look up this high and this far down. He also gets a bit of tilt and all the way around. Moving down, and both figures can raise their arms in the ballpark of 90 degrees. And if you were wondering, I have Bloom on a riser. Each one also benefits from having rotator cuffs. Additionally, both Rookie and Bloom have bicep swivel and double jointed elbows, which I'll be honest, I didn't expect Rookie to have. That said, Bloom does get the deeper bend. At the ends of the arms, and both figures have wrist balls that can swivel, but because of this armor piece, don't expect Rookie to be able to hinge up. To be honest, I'm even having a hard time with down. That's because of the way the wrist balls are situated. Moving to the middle, and both figures have a diaphragm joint and a dumbbell waist, but they function very differently. Bloom can arch back this far, which isn't bad, but he can only hunch forward this far, which is literally nothing at all. Rookie, by contrast, gets a much deeper arch back, and while he can't hunch forward much, it's still better than Bloom. Both do get tilt, of course, though I do think Rookie might have Bloom beat there as well, but of course both can twist. They also both have the typical McFarlane hips. To Bloom's credit, he does have an incredible high kick. Rookie definitely less so. That said, their splits are fairly equivalent. Bloom, however, barely has any twist in his hip, whereas Rookie has some of the best twist I've ever seen in a DC Multiverse. Naturally, they both have double jointed knee, with Rookie surprisingly having the deeper bend. They also both have toe articulation, but whereas both figures have ankle balls that can swivel and hinge, Bloom has these boots that keep him from getting any ankle pivot, so once again, Rookie has Bloom beat. Ideally, Mr. Bloom should have Spider-Man levels of articulation. Instead, for Poseability, I'm giving him 3 points, with Rookie only being held back by the wrist articulation, getting 4 points. Moving on to Playability, and I can't deny I am more than just a little bit let down in this department. First things first, and as always, each figure comes with a trading card. If you want to learn more about Commissioner Gordon and his Rookie suit, you can pause here, and if you'd like to learn a bit more about Mr. Bloom, you can pause here. Naturally, they also have figure stands. Otherwise, Rookie has an unhelmeted Jim Gordon head. It can turn side to side its peg, but doesn't have any other articulation. The face itself is pretty much the same as the unmasked Gordon that came with Endgame Batman, aside from the eyebrows being a bit brighter anyway. One cool thing about Rookie in the comics is that it's not just an armor, it also operates independently like a drone, so it can serve as Batman's partner. Alas and alack, this alternate head is the only character-specific accessory in the box. Beyond that, the only other pack-in is this display base. It's sculpted nicely with things like loose tires, or signposts, or garbage cans. Not entirely sure what that's filled with, but the whole thing's been painted a flat gray with a bit of wash in it, so none of these really cool details actually stand out. Also, notice that seam around the peg hole? Not one, but 2 different pegs were actually separate pieces glued in. That means that this entire thing was 3 separate molds. If you're going to invest in the tooling anyway, why not something higher value like extra hands for Rookie? Or, more importantly, extra hands for Bloom. In the comic, Bloom could stretch and twist and contort himself in horrific ways. A couple of scary, extra large Talon hands would have really gone a long way to feel like the box had more value in it. And given that we have no idea whether or not there's going to be another Mr. Bloom figure, this could be the only shot at it. It's frustrating too because there's all sorts of extra weapon systems and other features that the Rookie armor has that they could have capitalized on. It's always possible that they'll reissue this as a single issue or maybe even a variant in a different color. Still, for as much as this set cost, it's hard not to be let down by the missed opportunities, especially when that budget went to other things that we frankly could have done without. But Playability is more than just accessories or getting ahead of myself talking about price. It's also about how well your figures play with others. For the first and most important comparison, and here we have Jim Gordon as Batman, but for another Capullo-style Cape Crusader, and here we have the DC Collectibles Designer Series version. That said, this storyline was the debut of the costume that would become known as Rebirth, so here's the DC Essentials version, and then moving McFarlane, here's the DC Multiverse version, and the Target exclusive Battle Damaged version. For Mr. Bloom specific comparison, and here he is with the Penguin, if you know you know, and for a couple of Rookie specific comparisons, here he is with Captain Carrot and the Were-Rabbit. For a relative scale comparison, here's Mr. Bloom and Rookie with Pizza Spidey and the Spectacular Spider-Man, and as always, here they are with Stealth Iron Man. Yeah, nice stealth Hulkbuster you got there. As much as I appreciate the cardboard backdrop, with only one character specific accessory between them, for Playability, I'm giving Rookie and Bloom 3 points. This leaves us with nothing left to discuss but the price. At $70 for the set, that breaks down to a $40 Megafig price for Rookie and $30 for Bloom. If you're going to charge collector edition prices for Bloom, he better come with collector edition levels of accessories. As for Rookie, the recent Let There Be Carnage figure really showed just how much $40 can buy you. And then there's the fact that it's a Target exclusive, making it that much harder to find. If you like these characters or just plain like what you see, definitely pick this set up, just maybe wait for it to go on sale. For price, I'm giving Rookie and Bloom 3 points, leaving Rookie with an average total of 4 out of 5, and Mr. Bloom with a not so grand total of 3.6 out of 5. Until next time, play nice and have fun.